Welcome back to Beats of the Heart, Lyrics of the Soul. This song came to me as a personal request from a friend at work. We were talking and I told him how I do these deep dives into songs and lyrics, and he had said him and his friends always have conversations about what this song is about. So I will be happy to do a deep dive and dig out the meaning behind the lyrics, in between the words and in between the lines. As we all know, music is open to interpretation, and I could be digging too deep into the lyrics, but I hope my thoughts, if not exactly right to the artist's exact meaning, it can add to your thoughts on the song. And sure, I could be wrong, but I don't think I pulled all of these connections out of thin air. The song we will be diving deep into today is a one-hit wonder by a man named Rupert Holmes called Escape. Most know it as the Pina Colada song. In my initial research, I searched the Pina Colada song and found it was called Escape. But I also found many incorrect results saying the song was by Jimmy Buffett. So I went with that. One of my close friends, Steve, who is a music guru, well, not really. He just knows a lot of music. Steve corrected me when I told him I was doing a review on Jimmy Buffett's Escape. And I'm glad he did. This song is a song most have heard and probably danced to, sang along with friends. I am sure most know it as the Pina Colada song, but that is not the name it goes by. It is called Escape. In this song, there is a hidden and confusing story, and most people who have never actually looked at the lyrics laid out have no clue about this story of the two people who have fallen out of love. In this feel-good song that makes us think of good times, good people, vacation spots, good times with friends, and a plethora of other good feelings. But when we look into the lyrics, we won't see this. We will see a story I think most can maybe relate to. The feeling of being in a relationship for a long time, not feeling the love we once did, growing complacent with each other and wanting more than the same old everyday routine, like we see here immediately in the first lyrics of the song.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long, like a worn-out recording of a favorite song.
Now, looking at these lyrics, I will tell you, everything about them shows signs of being tired of the same and wanting something new. Now he says he is tired of his lady, so tired is right there, obviously. But I'm speaking about tired as in the other words. Too long, worn out, as well as the whole second line, with us even getting tired of our own favorite songs after hearing them hundreds of times. But this line here is a perfect metaphor for a tired, long-term relationship where people may be falling out of love, something you love so much but want a new song every now and then. And then the next lines give us.
So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. In the personal columns, there was this letter I read.
So we see here that the man is exploring other options for love, 1979 style, with his partner in the bed next to him, sleeping, the ultimate deception in a relationship. Now this is where I think it might become confusing for some, when we get to the hook and the actual personal ad that the man is reading. The hook as a whole is a puzzling, mind-bending metaphor. And I've thought about this for a long time, how the hook completely takes over the song and feeling it emits. So the hook.
If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain.
And we all know the hook, obviously. If you like pina coladas, you're getting caught in the rain. Probably the line most people know. I wouldn't think they know all of the hook, but now we start with these lines in the hook. The same lyrics we have all sung along to and associated with the good-natured feeling of the song. As well, the lines anyone would say if they were trying to describe the song to someone. I will break down the hook and my thoughts, which will bring the song together as a whole.
If you'd like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape.
Now immediately looking up the lyrics after I got the request at work, I read them and immediately formed my opinion on what these lyrics are portraying. And Mike, who is the guy who requested this song to me, when I told you 10 minutes later that I got it all done already, I really did. But when I got home, I thought I would look at what others thought of the lyrics in this song, and I found many different interpretations of the same thing. The one key where I think they all went wrong in the lyric breakdowns that I could find was taking the words in the hook as literally being written in the personal ad in the paper, referring back to the hook as a complete metaphor. Here is what I see. The hook and what is written in the personal ad does not read as the man views it in the song with good times, pina coladas, etc., etc. And what is being viewed in the personal ad is maybe the thoughts of the man of what would be the perfect woman he would be looking for. And by the last lines of the hook, we can see this as evident, I think.
I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape.
The last line of the hook shows us what is being portrayed in the song with the pina coladas and all. It is actually what the man is seeing in the personal ad, in his mind, reading it. Everything he has been looking for. Good times, good people, new love, feelings and emotions, and associates. That is what he sees written in the personal ad in his imagination. When reading it, the man is in a state of glee, almost inside his imagination, seeing the great times that this personal ad would bring. The perfect woman. I think this is evident by the word escape, which is the title of the song. And where is the easiest place for us to escape to? Our imagination. As well, why the song is probably associated by listeners with this vacation, dancing, partying, good feeling, and not exactly what the lyrics are portraying. And after the hook, we get these lines.
Didn't think about my lady. No, that sounds kind of mean. Me and my old lady falling into the same old routine.
So here, the man, I think, has some slight guilty thoughts about wanting a new love in his life. And with the second line, we can see the man reasoning with himself for his actions, about to come. And by calling her old lady and the same old dull routine, we can see his old lady is not the love that he wants. And the next lines are,
So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, thought it wasn't half bad.
so the man responds to the personal ad. So again, we come to the hook, which, remember, is a metaphor, not exactly what the man is writing in the personal ad. And yes, I see here he refers to himself as nobody's poet. And saying that before the poetic hook can lead us to believe this is the exact words he is writing. But we will talk about this later in the lyrics, when I think the meaning of nobody's poet becomes important. And his response was,
I like pina colada, getting caught in the rain, not much into health food, I am into champagne.
so the hook a little different, but we get the same good feeling from the metaphor, the perfect place to escape, and the same glee and joy that the man had writing it and reading it in the original personal ad. The woman will feel that same glee and joy, and she will read what is written as the metaphor, having read it in her mind and imagination, like the man did in bed. And the next lines give us,
Got to get you by tomorrow noon, cut through all this red tape, at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape.
so within the poem that nobody's poet wrote, we can get some truth as to the words that were actually written in the personal ad, such as health food, champagne, noon, and the bar, O'Malley's. And the next lines give us,
So I waited with high hopes, and she walked in the place. Knew a smile in an instant, knew the curve of her face.
Now this is where my explanation and the hidden metaphor of the story will start to come clear and true. And the true meaning behind the song will show itself. But I will explain more after we get the last lyrics of the song, before the hook comes again. And then we get these lyrics.
Was my own lovely lady. She said, oh, it's you. We laughed for a moment. I never knew.
So So the man waiting at O'Malley's at noon was greeted by his wife walking into the bar. This is when the man realizes he has been wrong, and everything he has been looking for has been right in front of him the whole time. And I think the lyrics where he says, "It was my own lovely lady," proves this. We would think if the man was not happy to see his wife and didn't have an enlightening about the conflict of love in his mind, he would have been upset and said, "It was my old lady." But we don't see anything like that. The lyrics, "My own lovely lady," show that the man now knows she is and always has been everything he was looking for. He was where he always wanted to escape to. Happiness can be right in front of us and we don't see it. Now the exact same situation is happening with the old lady here. She is realizing that her old man is the happiness she has been looking to escape to, but couldn't see for what it was. When she says, "Oh, it's you," we get surprise in her voice, but it doesn't come off as being upset. Now remember, the woman posted the personal ad first, so she was in the same position as the man in the beginning, but the "oh, it's you" comes off as pleasant surprise and realization that the love she was looking for, she always had. Next, we get the hook repeated the same as before, twice, symbolizing that both the man and the woman found the happiness and escape they were looking for. It opened their eyes to see the love that they had lost but still had for each other. This song is mostly all hook, but the meaning of the hook when in reference to the lyrics and the subtle changes give me clues to them being not what we see on the surface and lead me to see the hook of the song as a metaphor. Now the only change we get here at the end of the song is the "I'm not much into health food" lyric is changed to "the feel of the ocean," and the "I'm into champagne" lyric is changed to "the taste of champagne." I see the change in the metaphor of the hook as the love being rekindled and maybe the couple taking a vacation or an escape together, now realizing their love for each other. Which brings us round full circle to that vacation feel-good feeling we get on the surface of the music when we hear it, associating it again with good times, good people, drinking, dancing, singing, as well coming full circle may symbolize a rebirth of their love. I read many people saying this song is about a man trying to cheat on his wife and by meeting her finds out she is doing the same thing. But I believe there is a lot more than just what we get on the surface if we look at the lyrics. In this song, I see humans at their weakest, a husband and wife confused about what love is. Yet the relationship continues on lifeless, in a state of miscommunication due to developed thoughts over the years about each other. These negative thoughts both parties have of each other affect their relationship every day, causing dissent between the two. Yet the love they want is right in front of them and they deny it. The only way their love for each other will change is if their ideas and thoughts of each other change, which is what we see when the two realize everything they wanted to escape to, they always had. For my final thoughts on the actual lyrics, I mentioned the lyric "Nobody's poet" would come into play, and here is where. He is and has always been her poet, her being his wife. The artist Rupert Holmes is just that. He may not be a popular known name in music, only having a couple of hits, but he has released many albums over the years, and after a hiatus from music, shows his artistry with a release of 2 Broadway musicals and some work in television. And with the musicals, with the songs and the stage performance, give many avenues for an artist to paint a picture. And I think Rupert Holmes put that artistry into this simple song, which it seems many like to discuss the meaning. On the surface, I think we get so much more than just a simple song, with the connections I explained throughout this deep, in-depth review. This simple song turns into so much more with the concept, feel of the music, and the themes built into the song. This 4-minute and 37-second long song becomes a small masterpiece of songwriting. Think of the thought people have of this song when hearing it. The good feeling on the beach, drinking, and the music in the song matches this feeling. But when we look into the lyrics, we get a story of love lost, deception, maybe alcoholism, and two people looking to escape from the one they are with. But containing within the lyrics, this plain story on the surface, behind the lyrics, we almost get a philosophical lessons for love and life, the search for happiness that all humans seem to want to escape to. How the human mind can lie to us, telling us we want or need something we already have, and all this being hidden beneath the lyrics through the connections I explained. And that is where the masterpiece of this song comes in, with everything I already explained. Filled with metaphors, the song itself becomes a double entendre of meaning, with the sound of the music and the meaning behind the lyrics. And you know I will be back as the beats of our heart and the lyrics of our soul play on forever. Thank you for watching. Bye.